Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Factorio. So, I've just gone ahead a tiny bit so that I can finish all the red research, all the red flask research, well, except the stuff that gives you more gun damage and things, but those are completely, pointless at this point. Yeah, so I've done all the research I can, which has given me access to some better assembly machines, which can use 4 ingredients instead of 2, is it? Oh, it's 4. We've got some other things, I'm sure. But what we're doing today is we're going to change things up a bit, because this stone thing is not very efficient of space, and I'm going to need a lot more resources if I'm supposed to build things a lot quicker. So we're going to get rid of the entire thing that we've just created. Starting with the furnaces. And we're going to make a central area where all of our resources are smelted, because this is going to be infrastructure for the future instead of just being something haphazardly thrown there just to fix a temporary problem. So yeah, we're going to clear away all of this, and then we're going to have an orderly amount of electric mining drills. We can have a lot more now since we've gotten rid of all of this assembly, well, furnacing stuff that we had in the centre. I'm also going to be picking up a lot of useless ore with me if I'm very bad at picking things up. But yeah, just pick that up. I don't need these two, do I? No. Right. Yeah, so that's that bit. These can stay here, and actually we can swap them around so that, we can still have our stuff going on. And so we have some coal reserves here, which can go this way. We've got some iron, which can go this way as well. Okay, so my plan is so that we have the iron coming around here. Temporary setup, we're going to have it all come from here anyway. And that's going to join it with the copper. And that's actually going to join the same belt. The ore, that is, not the plate. So we actually want to get rid of this stuff as well. So let's get rid of this. Yeah, so basically we're going to have the copper and iron ore on the same belt. And they're going to head this way. And then we're going to have coal heading this way. And they're going to be on 2 separate belts, the coal and the ores, so that we can use long inserters. Basically we have a row of furnaces like this, and then we alternate between regulars and longs. Actually, I think that's where I want it, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's useful. Right. We are going to get rid of this in a second, but that's in a second. I should probably be stockpiling these bread flasks, actually. That would be helpful. I want to get better power cables, because these power cables require wood, and I hate getting wood. Right, so we need a gap for the inserters. Yeah, and then we have 2, and then a gap, and then here. So we have the second row here. There we go. We can extend this along this way when we get to it. So we want the 2 lines to join here. Yeah, and then we're going to have the coal is going to be on this line. Yeah, coal's here, keeping it on the same axis. So we want the ores to go along this line up to here, I believe. Should be good. Okay, now we're going to need to set up some copper, so let's get that let's get that quickly. There we go. No, I don't want you that far away. I want you a bit closer, please, so that I don't have to use the stupid amount of belt. There we go. So this will cover both sides of the belt of the copper. And then we just need to copy that over here, except we're going to have more. So let's have you, you actually did that really badly. the perfectionist in me is trying to get this as efficient as possible. Right there. Right. Throw you down here. I'm going to need some more transport belts while I'm at it. I did not mean to do all of it. Let's actually grab some of these cogs, shall we? So that we can easily produce some. Right, that should be good enough. Let's get this continue, please, on the A007. And then turn right. That's very, very bad way of doing things, but yes. Okay, so we need this to go down like this. You can go down one more. Okay, so here, in this intersection, we've got to make it so that we've got one thing on one side and one thing on the other. We can kind of keep this. I guess what we do is just this. So, anything that comes along here will go on this side. Anything that comes along here will go on the top side. Very nice. Let's power this up. Very efficient use of power cables there. What the hell happened to my voice? I'm pleased with myself. Okay. So we need to get some sort of inserters. Quick check. Oh, that's probably not going to work so well, is it? No, it's not. Okay, we're going to need gaps. Give me a second. We're going to have to be a bit inefficient with these furnaces, as they are 2 long, not 3 long. Damn it. Let me just power up the power rangers here for a second. Let's throw some lights there so that people can see. Because being able to see is halfway to actually getting the job done. So we should have iron ore coming along here. Very nice. You two aren't doing anything because I forgot to place a belt. Oh, boo. Right, there you go. Right. So we actually need, I suppose... Yeah, so we place a power thing here, and we place them along like this. Yeah, like that. Got it? Good, right. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to place down the stone furnaces like this. Probably going to need to build some more. That's why I've got some handy stone here. Let's just pick up a few. So how many do we need? 4. There we go. And then what we want to do, extend the coal line, the figurative speech coal line, and then we want these going in like this. So these, using these inserters, will get the ore, and then the long-handed inserters will get the coal. Yeah? Simple? Good. Right. And then we want these guys to get the coal. Running out of inserters here, but that's fine. Just need to get a handful more because I'm going to make some red ones in a second. No. Yes. So these will all gain coal, and then we just need to fill in long-handed inserters like this, and everything should be fine. Then what we need to do is get rid of this pile of mess. We need to change you around so that we can have copper coming in. And then we just need to have the coal come running through here, and then we have this thing done, which is pretty good. And then we just need to find a way to export it, which I have an idea. Right, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, there we go. Okay, so let's get rid of this and this. You can stop now. Your work here is done. Just don't mind me. I'm just going to steal some of these gears because for the greater good and everything. Yeah, you can stop as well. Thank you. Right, let's grab the rest of this. Let's turn this entire thing off. Temporarily, well, no. First, I'll throw the belt on so that the coal can start running, which is good. And then let's get everything else out of the way. Glorious, the coal is running. I'm actually going to want to build some underground belts here. Because I'm going to show you why, but basically... No, want to move you one more. Because we want this space for belts, essentially. Right, let's get rid of this whilst the furnaces start stockpiling materials. We're going to need to, you know, make this conga line of things uniform in a second. Don't need the labs anymore. Well, we do, but we're going to temporarily get rid of them. We have a box of 200 science packs. Science pack 1s, that is. Also known as red flasks. Okay. That's weird. All of these have copper and all of these have iron. That's not supposed to happen, but I guess it's due to logic. Now, if we keep up this production, then that will stay like that. Which is actually kind of cool. But yeah, right, let's actually get some more copper on the go, since we are running a bit low. Oh, I disconnected you. Oops. I apologise, so... There, have some more connections. There you go, you can be powered and be free to do whatever you want. Let's just put lights on. Okay, right, now that we've got this furnace system up, we need to sort it out. So I'm just going to move this downwards because I need more room. Let's just put it here. It's exactly the same system. There you go, stone. You are going to perish in that area. Or not. Depends if I can be bothered. Right. This is oil, so we don't want to build over it. So we kind of want it coming... This has to be the way, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. We can never come round. That would be better. Right, I'm going to change the polarity of it. Oh, it's not polarity, is it? You're a scientist. That's not what polarity means. Or at least I don't think that is. We're going to bring this round here instead. We want you to go down like that. And then we want some more underground belt. Yeah? Right, and then... Basically, it's so that we can have this space free, because I need it. Split-second decision to need it, rather than anything else. Right. We'll build over this. We'll move it later when we need this oil. Actually, it's not that good oil, is it? No. Right, on to the thing that I actually want to do. Right, we need smart inserters. Reason why is because smart inserters can decide, well, can determine what item they're picking up. And filter them. So you can tell it, only pick up iron plate, because I say so. Which is a massive advantage, otherwise you could never get a complex factory working. because it'll just have to be massive, and you know, we've got these lakes in the area, so that's not going to work. Right. So, the plan is, we have transport belt. Don't need to construct the transport belt, Jake. Don't need to. We have transport belt coming like this, and then we duplicate that on the other side. And then they start to converge at around here. I'm deciding. Point it the right way, fool. Oh, and of course it's too thick, isn't it? Doy. Right. We need to combine this onto one belt, but that will be a bit difficult. Or because if it's one belt and these belts are full, then it's just going to be difficult. Well, first of all, we're going to have load balancers first. Load balancers being having a splitter. So you can determine which side it's going to export on, which is the far side, so we want this on the nearer side. And then we have a thing going around like this, and then it double loads. Okay, and then we want to do the same for this one. It's going to be on the far side, so therefore we want it on the inside. Pretty simple stuff. Right. Now, these lanes won't have the same things because we've got a combined ore belt over here, which is why it's so difficult. Because otherwise I could just have chests and be done with it. But we're going to use smart inserters because SMRT. Right, so we want to pick off the iron. Yeah, this is going to be really difficult. Well, for now, we'll do it like this. So we want to pick off the iron and we want to pick off the copper. So we have copper and iron chests. Even though you can't create a copper chest, it's for, you know, example. So these ones, these here, will be getting copper. So copper plate. So right click, yeah, still know that. And then we want these to get iron plates. So we do this. If they weren't blinking every 10 seconds, then you would be able to see that they want each one. And if I do this, as you can see, they'll only pick up one of them. Now the problem that I was talking about is this. Copper has gone past the copper inserter, which, to be honest, is not good. So instead of that, we're going to merge them all onto one belt. And I'll show you the other problem. So we want to get a splitter so that we can merge them. I also want another iron axe, please, because I broke mine. Right, so we want a splitter, and this will kind of merge them onto one belt. Huzzah. Let's put a belt like this so that it's loaded. And then let's get another belt so that it's loaded on both sides. So basically, this is getting mixed, so it's mixed. And then we do other things with it. So we want this, like that. And then both sides will be loaded, he says. So we want to bring this along with some more transport belt. We're going to need to move you, because you're kind of in the way. And we probably want you heading downwards, because this is where our factory is going to be. Let's get a chest. Let's get another chest. We want smart inserters. We want you two to pick up one and you two to pick up the other. And then we can have you going down like this. No, that's not going to work. I need super fast inserters then. Yeah, let's just go regular chests. So you guys want copper. And we want them on one side. This is so that they can pick up everything. And then we want you to get iron, and you want to do that. Let's power you up. Okay, so now we have a sorting system with iron and copper being sorted into their relative compartments. Except I need to move this entire belt shuffling thing behind one, because I did it very badly. One like this, and then I want one like that. There. However, you do notice that we've only got those, so I actually need to get everything else running. And I'm a perfectionist, so I'm going to change all of this so that it looks nicer. No, that's not even what I was trying to do. No, change this. Because otherwise everything's just going to be, you know, ugly. And I can't bear that. You move over here. Let's do this. So the export's on the left-hand side. So we should have plenty of resources coming in. Mostly copper right now, but the iron is eventually going to get there. We can see a bit of backlog over here, that's not going to matter much. And there we go, first bits of iron are coming through. You can see that the lower side is more saturated than the top side, which could be a problem. But for now, it's all good. It's mostly because of this corner. The corner is doing the bad things, but that's science for later. Right, now we have this. Let's get some fast inserters. Actually, no, we don't even need fast inserters, do we? No, we don't need fast inserters. We can just use regulars. So we'll have inserters going out here, and then we'll have belt. And so now we're doing kind of the same thing, but this is basically a backlog section. So when we're not using all of it, it's still being produced, if that makes the slightest bit of sense. So yeah, we have plenty of iron, and that will basically backlog until the end of time, at which this system may become a bit hassled, which is why we're going to use the circuit network at some point, but not now, because I don't have the tech. Right, and then we just need to set up our red stuff again. So let's get the assembly machines. No, first of all, how do we do it? We've got to get gears, and we've got to have copper. So let's move you. You're not necessary anymore, because we have this kind of loop thing. We want gears, so we're going to need this. Let's have another 2 fast inserters. These should be able to insert enough. And then these will that will export. Then we need belt. We need more belt. So you'll get stuff. Copper will go down, and we have this, which will basically combine onto one belt. Then this belt moves downwards, and then we put the assembly machines like this, and then we have a whole lot of fun because I've just loaded it all onto one belt. And that's how you play Monopoly, apparently. Yeah, so it's there. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 inserters. Possibly want to use the fast inserters. And then we want 4 out inserters. Well, outserters. Regular inserters, rather. Even though each one could do a one-to-one with a lab at this point, so we don't actually need that. Well, you say that, but I don't care. Right. My mind is telling me things, and I'm not caring, because my mind is annoying. Right. Throw this down, get another electric pylon, throw that down. Excellent. Fast, 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 fast. I need you to be in the Avengers. I need you to build me Science Pack 1s and Science Packs. Huzzah. You are probably going to need a lot more iron than that. You're going to need to be a lot faster. Here, have upgrade. There we go. Constantly. And then we're actually going to need to upgrade the exports for the iron so that it can actually do it fast enough. How's everything running? Is copper staying together? It's going to run a bit low, but that's something that we can fix. Right, and then we want you guys to go out like this so that we have enough iron. And then what I want to do is I want to get another splitter so that we can set up a second one of these here. And then we can have something on the line of this. We seem to not be researching anything. This is why we want a belt. Because we're not researching anything. I knew there was a reason behind that. Right, we have things being researched. We can place back the chest so that we can store a backlog of red flasks. Plonk, plinky plink, bish. Forgot what I was going to say though. But yeah, right, we've got science. Glorious, glorious science. It is the best thing to do. Right, bring these around. You don't need to go as far, but that's fine. So I want you to go down like this, and then I want you to go out like this, which means we're going to need another pylon, or 2, or 10. Like that. You seriously not connected over there? You don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. You can go here. There you go. Have the entire area activated. There we go. Right, so we've got enough cogs so we could actually expand the size of this if we wanted to, but that's fine. Red flasks are now back in order. Now, the thing is, we're going to need to create transport belts and inserters for green flasks, but that will be in a future episode. And that's why we have the assembly machine 2s, because assembly machine 1s can only support 2 items, whereas assembly machine 2s can support a lot more, such as no, you're fine. Such as 3 or 4. The inserter requires 3. I'm sure there's something that requires 4 over here. Possibly. Probably not, though. My mind is playing tricks on me, as usual. Yeah, so you can craft assembly machine 2s with assembly machine 2s. But you can't craft assembly machine 1s with assembly machine 1s because they have 2 ingredients, whereas it requires 3 ingredients to make. Yes. End of complication. My name's been Zero Jake. End transmission.